So I am on Capture One 16.7, so the latest release with new masks, and I've got an issue with the lens corrections. This issue occurred in older versions as well, but that's just where I'm at right now. To show you my issue, I've selected these two images. The first one was taken with the Canon RF 2470 and the second one with the RF 70-200, so two different zoom lenses. So usually when I import my images, I want to have them perfectly corrected, but for demonstration purposes I'm just going to set the distortion correction, and this one here is the light fall off correction to 80. And basically I would now select all of my images, hit the double arrows, and this one is already a little weird because it seems that Capture One per default wants to copy the lens profile as well, and I don't know why this happens. It doesn't happen always, but in this case it does. But just let's say I deselect this and I only want to copy and apply the values for distortion and light fall off. So I apply it and it is set for the other one as well. To be honest, in this workflow, as I said, it usually does not select the lens profile per default, but for whatever reason it did right here. And this is, if you do it this way by hitting the double arrow, you can work around it by manually deselecting this, but it becomes an issue when you're not looking carefully and just, you could just hit the shift key and then click on the double arrow and it would apply all the settings that you changed before to all of the selected images. And when I hit it right now, you see it would change the lens profile on the second image to the 24-70 as well. So maybe it's good that it happened in this video, but my main issue I wanted to show you is when I reset all of this, and I would like to save my settings as either a preset, or what I would like to do, I save it as a style. So I'm going right here in the styles section and save a user style. Nothing is changed except the lens corrections, and right here it selects the lens profile as well, but I manually deselect this and only save distortion and light fall off in the style. I'm going to save it, call it support, and again I would like to say I have this image and I would like to apply this new style to it. Where is it? Here. I apply it, and in the lens corrections tool it stayed at the 70-200. That's the lens this image was taken with. But when I then select other images and I want to just copy and apply all of my settings from this, the one where I applied the style, Capture One, although I only had the fall off correction and the distortion correction saved in the style, Capture One now also thinks there were changes to the sharpness, to the chromatic aberration, and to the lens profile. So if I hit apply now, the same as before happens. Now this image has the 70-200 lens profile applied, and this causes some weird issues. on the desktop version of Capture One, I can work around this. As I said, I would basically not apply this by a style. I would manually pull the sliders, although it's slower in the workflow. And yeah, I could. Okay, again, it's a little weird. Didn't I reset it? Reset everything. Only changed this. Now it's only has noticed changes to the brightness, but anyway, on the desktop version I can work around it, although you see it doesn't work reliably. But it becomes an issue mainly on the mobile version of Capture One because it does not have a toggle or a slider to set the lens corrections there, but you can apply it with a style. That's the main reason I created a style with lens corrections enabled. And you can only apply this style to a single image right there. And if you want to have the settings on multiple images, you would then copy the settings from the image you applied the style to and apply those settings to all of the other images. And then these lens corrections become an issue there where I still have it here. You see, this is the before. It's just an example from the vacation as well, where it basically looks okay. And when I copied over the settings from another image, because of the incorrect lens profile applied and the CA corrections, it has now this green and magenta lines very visible, and the distortion correction is wrong, the light fall off correction is wrong. So maybe you could have a look into it and do some adjustments.